Hi, everybody. Welcome to Two Guys Talk Cleveland Sports. I'm Tim Shirer.
I'm Joe Schneider, and as
Joe.
if you can't tell, we both are
We're
getting over the flu.
yeah, we're a lot better tonight than we were last week. We couldn't do it at all.
Last week I was down for the count. I know you were too.
Yeah. But let's. This show is brought to you by CT Roofing and Power Wash. If you have any roofing needs or you want new siding, they can help you with an insurance claim, and they can help you with your deck, redoing your deck, painting your deck, power washing your house or your drive or your steps or anything. That's 440-278-0506 to get a hold of CT Roofing and Power Wash.
Yeah, and after talking to CT, now I'm trying to make a decision if I want to do get new siding on the house or get a new deck. I kind of feel like the deck is probably needed more, but the siding, I don't know, it's up there. But I talked to
Well, if
him.
the insurance will pay for the siding, then
It's been 40 years, so
you would think they might.
well, there's a piece or two missing, so probably should.
But they can help you with that. But I want to take a minute tonight to mention Reverend Jesse Jackson, who passed away today at 84. Reverend Jackson had a profound effect on so many lives as he fought for civil rights for over 60 years in the United States and around the world. And I know he had a great influence on me. I remember watching him at the Democratic Convention in 1984, and I rewatched the speech today, and his values were pure and human-driven. They weren't about money or anything like that. They were about treating everyone equal, no matter what color skin they had. So it's a great loss. Reverend Jesse Jackson, rest in peace. But a sport I know that he liked, because I remember seeing him at Chicago Bulls games when they were really good. Basketball. Let's get to the Cavs. Since we talked last, James Harden made his debut for the Cavs. They won that game 132-126 in Sacramento. Allen had 29 points and pulled down 10 rebounds. Mitchell had 35 points and Harden had 3 with 8 assists. And then, even more impressive, they went to Denver 2 days later. And as I said on my Cavs show yesterday, people don't realize how hard it is to play in Denver. In any sport, football, basketball, baseball. And the Cavs went to Denver and they beat the Nuggets 119-117. Two free throws at the end by Mitchell. And, they won the game. Going into that game, the Cavs are 16-30 or 16-35 all time in Denver. So it's really hard to win there. And but seeing how they've played, they play and you go into Denver and you win. That's really big. I mean, we lost Joey, and I'll keep going. But Kevin Garnett had said,
I'm here, sorry.
Kevin Garnett said that if Harden unlocks Allen and Mobley. It's over. You might as well just give Cleveland the title. Well, let's be honest. He's already unlocked Jared Allen.
No, I agree with that 100%.
I mean,
are we missing the game too? Didn't they have a game at home?
Well, they had the game at home.
Yeah.
Yes, they did have the game at home last week, right before the All-Star break.
Where Sam Money Merrill went crazy.
138-113. They won. Merrill had a good game.
9 for 10.
Thankfully, he stayed healthy. And hopefully he can remain healthy because that's been an issue. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. If we're going to if we got all over Darius Garland always for getting hurt.
Yeah, but
I don't care about the money. No.
It's not about money. No, there is a difference between Darius Garland and Sam Merrill.
Really? What is it?
Darius Garland was expected to be the future point guard of the Cavs.
Okay.
Sam Merrill is your 7th, 8th man off the bench.
But not the 7th, 8th man off the bench. He's been starting.
I know, but still, the point is
there's no exceptions for Sam Merrill. You want to praise Sam Merrill like he's God.
You can replace Sam Merrill with someone on the bench.
For everybody,
Sam
Merrill isn't Mark Price. Not even close.
You can replace Sam Merrill. You can't replace Darius Garland.
Yeah, you can. You replace him with James Harden.
Well, sure. Who are you going to replace Sam? But you can replace Sam Merrill with someone from the bench.
Well, yeah. But, Sam Merrill has one great game, and people want to act like he's the second coming.
No, I'm not acting like he's the second coming. I'm saying he had a great game.
He did have a great game.
There's no doubt about it. I agree with you on trying to stay healthy. But you cannot compare him and Darius Garland
but that's all I'm saying, though.
One is supposed to be a superstar. Mm-hmm. The other one is not. And can be replaced. Replaced off the bench.
The other one is a superstar, but the health has been an issue. And when Garland plays, he routinely has very good games.
Oh yeah, he okay. When Darius Garland is in a healthy stretch, he was giving you 25 and 10, 30 and 30 and 8. But it was the staying healthy part. But to compare Merrill and Garland's contributions, Merrill is going to have he's going to have a big game like that. Against? It was the Wizards.
Yeah, the Wizards. If Merrill hadn't had a great game, they might have only won by 20. He did have a great game. I'm not taking that away. 9 for 9 in the first half. When he goes and misses his first shot in the second half. What a bump. But no, I'm joking. But I'm just not as sold on Sam Merrill as much as some people are. My buddy Rachel, who sits next to me in press row, she'll tell you.
Oh, I do hate when Merrill has a good game and they start comparing him to like Kyle Korver. Like, no, Kyle Korver was consistently that guy his entire career. Merrill has the ability to be I don't want to say similar, but in somewhat of that same
what did he do in the playoffs last year?
Well, he's still young too. I'm just saying.
Oh, he's not young. Jesus Christ.
How old's Sam
Merrill? He won a championship already. He won a championship with Milwaukee. He's not young.
How old is Sam Merrill?
I don't know. He's probably at least, I would say, I'm not sure. I mean, I could look it up, but I would say he's 28.
I'm looking right now. I'm curious. Oh, wow. Yeah. Okay. You're right.
How old is he?
29.
Oh, how about that? He's not young. We have a billion excuses for Sam Merrill.
But I still think
everybody's got excuses for Sam Merrill.
Well, I think that like I said, the difference is Sam Merrill isn't that guy that's expected to get 30 points a night. But you look
he's
for
not
him
young either.
but you look for him. No, for some reason I thought he was a lot younger than he is. But I expect him to make open threes, which he's been struggling with. Jordan Tyson. Jalen Tyson. A little bit struggling the last couple of games.
Oh God. Oh, so there it is, right there. He's not allowed to struggle.
No, he's absolutely allowed to struggle.
Bad games.
No, I'm saying that when you have players around you, like, and that's why I like what they did with the team. They, number one, like you said, they unlocked. Harden seems to have unlocked the secret to Jared Allen. Not that it was a secret. And Harden has been having great games. Donovan Mitchell has been having phenomenal games. And when you have you're having a bad game, you need other players to step up. Schroeder has been, consistently in that 8-9, point a night, 5 assists, a couple of steals. So when Merrill has a bad game, Tyson has a better game. If Tyson has a bad, but that's what good teams do. You're not going to get all starting 5 of your players to be, and when you do, that's when you win championships.
Here's what I'm going to say about Sam Merrill and Jalen Tyson. In 15 years, people are going to remember who Jalen Tyson is.
Oh, I think Jalen Tyson. Absolutely.
They'll be like, Sam Merrill. Was he on one of those teams where they were really good? Seriously. I'm telling you something. Jalen Tyson is about to be a superstar.
Well, me and you have had that.
Sam Merrill isn't even in his class.
No, but even me and you have had that we've had the conversation where I think the ceiling for Tyson is like a Jimmy Butler.
I think it's very similar. Yes.
I think that he could be that good.
And he's not an asshole.
But like I said, when Sam Merrill is hot, Sam Merrill can can change the game. When Jalen Tyson is hot, Jalen Tyson can also change the game, because you expect Allen to get 15 to 20 and 10 rebounds. You expect Harden to have 20 points, 25 and 5. You expect, or even better than that. You expect Donovan to do what he does. So when you see Jalen Tyson, consistently getting 15 to 20 points a game, you're like, okay, this is that piece that they needed. But if he has an off game, or if Harden has an off game, or if Mitchell has an off game, and you see Merrill or Schroeder or
I don't think Harden has an off game.
Rarely, but or you see the guys off the bench, like maybe Keon Ellis or Tyrese Proctor or Craig Porter. It could be any of them. Nate Quinn Tomlin. They got a good team. They got they're deep. They got a good team, and it's okay for one of them to have off nights, because it's going to happen. It's the NBA. Everyone does. But I'm not, just because I give praise to Sam Merrill for one game doesn't mean that I think he's the second coming of Kyle Korver.
People were comparing him to Mark Price last year. Other Cleveland writers. Of course, most of those Cleveland writers that were doing that weren't even alive when Mark Price played. So that was like, yeah, that had a lot of merit to it.
Mark Price was...
I talked to people
very special to Cleveland.
Other reporters who covered Mark Price and just laughed at that comparison. But not that Merrill isn't very valuable to this Cavs team, because he is very valuable. So,
well, I think that you could say that there's probably 6, outside of Allen, Harden, Mitchell, and I would put Tyson in there now too. I would say there's another 5 or 6 players that are valuable that can go off at any given time and and contribute real good minutes and a lot of points to the team.
Well, I also think Tyrese Proctor is going to be really good too.
I do as well.
He doesn't, well, and also, people don't want to mention him either, because, he came from nowhere. Is Naquan Tomlin. I've been raving about Naquan Tomlin since he showed up here.
And he's now
He
now on a
brings
2 year.
that energy. He brings that energy that no one in Cleveland in any sport wants to think matters. And it ends up mattering every single time.
I think the last show we were talking, we talked about him too, because he
And we're
got
going
into
to
that
talk about
little
him every show because I'm going to bring him up.
he got into that spat with I can't remember who it was a couple weeks ago, and he just got right in his face, did not care.
Dylan Brooks.
I don't think it wasn't Dylan Brooks. It was
he got into it with Dylan Brooks. Oh yeah.
Oh, did he? I didn't see that.
Oh yeah, and he just looked at Dylan Brooks and was like, "Yeah, big deal, buddy." And Dylan Brooks was stunned by it. He was stunned that somebody stood up to him.
What do you mean? Donovan Mitchell threw him to the ground last year like he was nothing. I don't know. Dylan Brooks is a nobody. I don't.
Dylan Brooks is a fake tough guy.
Dylan Brooks thinks that he's like one of the best defenders, best players in the league. When in reality, he's a bum. He's
a punk. If Dylan Brooks, how good would Dylan Brooks be if he wasn't able to like bully people?
I don't even know how he gets away with bullying people now, because he's, like you said, I think he's a fake tough guy. And beyond that,
he did his 16 technical, so he's suspended a game. But
and one of the things is
probably should have 40 technicals.
There's a lot of players who, if they come to the Cavs, I'm gonna be like, you know what? I'm glad they're on the Cavs. I can't wait to see what they do. I would never want him
anywhere near the Cavs.
If he was anywhere near the Cavs, I would be. Oh my god, I'd be one of the few people that would boo him if I was at a game.
They would never want him.
No, I don't think so either.
They're much too good of an organization to have a slob like Dylan Brooks. And that's the Suns. I'm not surprised they got him because they have that loser owner, who Dan Gilbert dominates, not only in the NBA but in the banking industry, in the mortgage industry. That Danish Sheba, whatever the hell is, I don't even know his first name. But that fat slob out on the court during the celebrity game. I don't know if did you know there was a rivalry there?
No, I did not watch any of the All-Star games.
Well, the Suns owner and Dan Gilbert hate each other with a passion.
Oh yeah, I didn't know that.
Yes, and so he'll take a guy like Dylan Brooks on his team, but a guy like Dylan Brooks would come nowhere near Dan Gilbert's team. So there's the difference right there, where when you have a class organization like the Cavs run, they'd never have a guy like Dylan Brooks. Real
quick, I do. I know we got just a couple minutes here, but
like a minute and a half, yeah.
That's a pretty big statement from Kevin Garnett to say that he thinks the Cavs are going to win the championship. So, what are your thoughts on what KG said?
Oh, I think he's right. I think he's 100% right. I think they're the number one team in the East already now. I can't wait till they play the Knicks. And they bully the Knicks the way the Knicks have bullied them. Because now they have bully guards. Dennis Schroeder and Ellis and Harden are going to push those Knicks guards around like the little inches they are. I'm telling you.
I'm more curious how this team's going to gel at the end of the season. I love the winning right now, and you can see that everyone is excited.
This last part of the year is a big deal going into the playoffs.
Right. I want to see
they were flattening out.
Right. I want to see that last 2-3 weeks heading into the playoffs. Make sure, hoping everyone's healthy and the team's gelling well. And then, then I'll be able to sit here and go, okay, you know what? This team has a really good chance to win the championship.
Yeah. Well, I think they do. So we'll see. But let's head on to, we've got Cavs do play Thursday night at home against the Nets. That'll be at 7:00 at Rocket Arena. I will be there covering it. I haven't been there in 26 days. But here we go. Let's go to the Guardians. And individual tickets went on sale yesterday. I didn't hear anything about a sellout yet, but I'm sure they'll sell the opener out. Even without all the Dolan haters, they'll still be able to sell it out.
All I want to say is I just want to pray right now to the baseball gods. Please give Cleveland one home opener where it's like a nice, like 65, 70 degrees. So we don't have to sit out there when it's 40 degrees and almost snowing.
Did you go last year?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I haven't gone in a while, but I feel like freezing at the home opener isn't a terrible thing because it's the home opener.
It's a terrible thing. I just give me.
Freezing at baseball isn't fun.
Cold.
I'll be freezing plenty in the dugout in March at high school games. So with my 6 layers, but yeah, no, I agree. It would be great to have like a 65-degree day.
Yeah, nice.
The original opener, it was warm.
It seems like I don't go to the home opener every year. I go to the home opener. It seems like almost every other year. And it just seems like every time I go, it's just freezing. And I know it's Northeast Ohio, and my prayers might not get answered, but just one home opener, just give us like a nice 65-degree day.
That would be good. I would be in for that because usually the home opener, I've not been able to go in a while. And I'm fine with it because I usually have a high school game that day. And the thing is if it's warm down there, 65 degrees, it would be warm wherever I was. And I'm all for that because last baseball season, let me tell a little story here. It was like March 7th. Like 2 weeks after practice began, and we had like a 70-degree day, 75-degree day. And it's probably 11 o'clock in the morning. And Wycliffe coach Phil Mata, he texts me. We're supposed to have practice that day. And he texts me and he said, do you know if Painesville Harvey has a scrimmage plan for today or what they're doing today? And, obviously my son Tommy coaches for Harvey. And I said, no, I don't know. I said, I'll text him. So we ended up scrimmaging them. It was like March 7th. And it was warm. I remember Tommy was wearing shorts, coaching third base. And Mata and I were joking because we're like, God, that's really travel ball wearing shorts, coaching at base. And it was beautiful. We didn't have another warm day until our third playoff game. And that was it. That was the only warm day we had.
That's Northeast Ohio.
The next playoff game was a driving rainstorm and about 45 degrees.
In spring and in fall, you can get all 4 seasons in one day here.
It is crazy. Yeah. And that's the thing I always argue with people about is, we're getting a new field at Wycliffe. We got a new field. And it is nice. It looks very nice. It's better than the historic Colby Park, which Wycliffe's been playing at for like 70 years. But it's grass. And the one mistake by high schools is don't give football turf. Give turf to baseball. When is the last time you saw a high school football game canceled because of bad turf?
Yeah.
Yeah, never.
Mm-mm.
High school baseball once a week in the spring, at least. So that's talking about baseball and the weather and everything. And I can't wait till it starts. I can't wait to be out there in the cold. I can't wait to be out there, watching the Guardians play. I mean, it's just like, that's what gets me through that horrible period of January into early February. The
Yeah,
thought of baseball.
January, February are my least two favorite months of the year. It's just they seem to just go. I mean, we're almost through it, but it just seems like once you hit March, you have hope.
Well, yeah, you're right. Think how brutal January was this year.
Oh God, it was bad.
It was disgusting. It was like no hope January. Like it seemed like it was dark 24 hours a day.
It snowed every day,
And there
nonstop.
was 2 feet of snow. Every single time I went to clean my car off, I had to clean it off. Like it was unbelievable. So yeah, so I just with baseball starting. So you heard some of Stephen Boat's speech today?
Some of Stephen Voigt's press conference.
Yeah.
You know, one of the
I
things.
did not. So
one of the things I like, you know, that he was talking about. Actually, I think this may have been yesterday, but he was talking about Kyle Manzardo putting on a lot of muscle.
okay.
He's he thinks that he's just very he's very early in his career, and he's just I can't remember the phrase he used. We haven't seen anywhere near what Kyle Manzardo is going to be.
Oh, I agree with him. I think so.
But I mean, the way that he was talking, that he was putting on muscle, that he put on muscle, he was, he was faster, and he was hitting the ball harder. And I'm like, I mean, it was like he was Superman Zardo.
Okay. Yeah.
So I was, I want to coin that term right here. So if anyone uses it, you got to pay the County Sentinel a quarter.
Quarter. Oh boy.
It's
so rich.
Every single time someone says Superman Zardo, it's going to add up quickly. He talked about David Fry being 100% healthy, being a leader in the clubhouse.
That worries me, though. It just worries me that he's going to take at bats away from other guys that need to develop. We haven't talked about this at all on the show.
Not one time.
It worries me that they platoon so much. And David Fry, not that I have anything against David Fry, and he's been through a lot with injuries and all, but I don't feel like the other guys can develop with David Fry taking at bats away.
The platooning. I don't know if we've talked about platoon. I don't know if we've said that word on the show before, but
no,
I cannot stand the Guardians platooning to the point where it makes me want to vomit. And I am so tired of you seeing a guy get into some semblance of rhythm, and then the next day, next game he's not playing, or the next 2 games he's not playing.
Yeah.
And, someone else, there's 2 other guys in, and they go 0 for, and they wonder why they lost. Yeah, and they wonder why they lost 3-1. And you're like, okay, well, the reason is because we shouldn't be taking everyday players out and putting them in for these guys who they either I mean, I get wanting to rest some players from time to time, but one game every
no, you know what? It's not even about rest with them. Let's be honest. It's about these numbers geeks in the front office telling them that, well, you know what? This guy who's got a 127 career average hits better on Thursdays when the sun is at its peak in the sky, and it rained 3 days ago in San Juan, Puerto Rico. Seriously, that's the kind of garbage they believe.
No, yeah. I'm hoping that we are not going to be seeing a lot of it. He also talked a lot about getting a very extended look this spring at Travis Bazzana and Stuart Fairchild, who he wants to give them as many at bats as possible to see where they're to see.
Well, they better give George Valera at bats. If they shove George Valera to the background, I'm going to be pissed off.
Well, there's a I don't think they're going to, but there's a small possibility. They didn't talk about Valera.
Well, there's a small possibility because they do stupid shit like that. They've screwed over Oscar Gonzalez and John Kenzie Noel. Why not do it to George Valera?
Yeah. I mean, Valera.
Valera. Admit this, Joey.
Valera
is
on a. I think Valera is on a very similar trajectory with Noel, where
how
he. I don't mean in the. What I'm saying is he had a really good. Last few weeks of the season and playoffs, and then I'm really hoping that they don't do to him what they did to Noel, which is he has a rough it's rough for him early on, and then we don't see him again, and then he's
gone. I'm afraid of.
That's what I mean by I hope he's not on the same trajectory as John Kenzie Noel.
It makes me sick.
But we'll see as the season gets going. I mean, they're extremely high on Chase the Louder, obviously. The
fact that anyone has thoughts of Nolan Jones being the opening day center fielder, that is so disgusting to me.
If Nolan Jones is on the opening day roster,
you know what? I'm okay with him maybe being the fourth guy, but not the starter. No,
I'm not even okay with him being the fourth guy. I'm sorry. I've seen all the Nolan Jones I need to see. Yeah. I mean, you had him, you traded back for him, but meanwhile, you get rid of a guy like John Kenzie Noel, who you know what he does, you know that he needs to see every day at bats. So why are we giving Nolan Jones for a fourth or fifth year? I mean, come on.
Well, what they know is the ignorant fans, and there's a large portion. There is, even though I like to say like the Browns fans are the only ignorant ones in Cleveland. There's an ignorant portion of Guardians fans, and they're stupid enough to believe the garbage that, wow, let's give Nolan Jones a chance again. Let's give him another chance. Like, are you kidding me? Like, you traded this guy you traded him, and then you traded back for him. Like, what changed? Oh, I know what changed. He got worse.
Yeah, he had a decent first half of the year with the Rockies, and then tailed off, and then for some reason we traded back for him, and he did
tail off.
And then he was the same Nolan Jones he was the first time around, and I'm all for giving people second chances, but you know what? Let's give some of these younger guys first chances. I don't want to see the same story. Another guy that they talked about was Juan Brito. That's another guy I want to see.
If we're developing all these guys, I said it. Play them.
Well, there's only so many prospects that you can have on a roster, and that kind of goes into you have DeLauder and Valera and Manzardo. Obviously
they have so many prospects.
They have I'm not going to call Manzardo a prospect anymore because he played a full season. But you got Brito and
what about Kafis?
CJ Kafis, Ralphie Velasquez, Travis Bazzana.
There's what I think. I'm not going to fawn over anybody who hasn't played in the major leagues yet.
Right, but what I'm saying is,
Ralphie Velasquez is going to be shit.
No,
but we do know that George Valera looked like he could be.
Yeah.
We do know that Chase DeLauder looks like he could be.
Yeah.
We know that CJ Kafis looks like he could be.
Mm-hmm.
Let's give those guys a chance.
Right.
Brian Rocchio played unbelievable the second half. And what are they doing? They're probably getting ready to replace his ass too.
You know what? I'm going to say something. And you brought this up the last time that we had a show with talking about next four guys. A guy who I love, and I completely forgot that he was even in the only guy that I'm really okay with them platooning in is Daniel Schneemann.
Schneemann, yeah.
I
And
like
he seems to
Schneemann.
be fine in that role.
Yeah, I think that Schneemann is what they wanted David Fry to be. And I'm hoping that David Fry doesn't take up, because I don't want David Fry to take up those at-bats from Schneemann. I mean, how many times was Schneemann clutch? I mean, he's not going to give you 25 homers a year, but man, he comes up clutch when he needs to, and he's whether it's a double or a single or scoring. I mean, he just seems to constantly be where he needs to be at the exact right time.
Yeah, he does. And I don't have a problem. He's a utility guy. He's the prototypical utility guy with maybe a little more power. Like the utility guys we saw when we were growing up. You know what I mean? He's good in that role. He has gotten farther than anyone ever thought he would get.
The only thing I'll say about David Fry, and like me and you talked before the show, I like David Fry, the person. I think he's an average baseball player. I think there has been times where he's gotten hot and he's done real well. I think that his biggest value, though, and I think the reason that they're probably very high on him is because if they need to in a pinch, he can play catcher. And that is not something
they also have one of their top prospects as a catcher, Cooper.
Right.
Are we going to shit on him for 3-4 years too?
Probably.
No. They'll lose him. Or they'll trade him. They'll trade him for a long reliever. But I'm very confident in Bo Naylor too. But I agree. They love guys who are versatile.
Vogt also is he thinks that Bo Naylor is going to take the next step, and I mean Vogt said that they're going to win a World Series. He went on a limb and said that.
Well, no, he didn't say it. He said that's their goal.
Well, yeah, but the way
that's their goal every year.
It should be
the only people who think that isn't their goal are the people who hate the Dolans.
It's not just the Guardians. It should be every team's going to win the World Series. But the way that Vogt said it, the conviction in which he said it with, it didn't sound like, our goal is to win the World Series. It sounded like this is the year that we're making a run to the World Series.
I hope so. I think they're capable if they don't platoon. Two more things real quick here with the Guardians. More charges against Class A. 43 games where he rigged pitches and won in a playoff game on October 5th, 2024, which I was in attendance for. It was my birthday. They won the game 7-0, but he's a scumbag. And if he's found guilty, he should just rot in prison for the rest of his life. And also, Yasiel Puig has gotten in trouble betting on games. And I just can remember when Indians fans, oh, the Dolans are so cheap. Why don't they bring back Yasiel Puig? My God, he would fit perfect in this lineup. Well, there's a reason nobody signed Yasiel Puig. He wasn't as good anymore, and he is a clubhouse cancer.
I don't remember the call to sign Puig as vivid as that.
Oh, I remember seeing it from a lot of people. I do. And the dumb idiots. The dumb idiots in the Cleveland media who talk about the Guardians for 15 minutes a day and act like they know everything.
I think that if people were calling for him, it was more or less because they were hoping that he was going to, revert back to his like rookie and second year seasons where he hit 40. Yeah, he was not great on the Guardians, and what should have happened. He did not get re-signed, and
nobody signed him.
Yeah,
I mean, if he was that good, somebody would have signed him, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
He wouldn't have been playing in Mexico.
I think a team did sign him after the Guardians.
Nobody did.
Nope. Oh wow, I thought someone did.
So we will move on now. Like I said, the Guardians play their first 2 spring games on Saturday, and then we'll get to talk about some spring action next Tuesday.
Very exciting.
They they play in Goodyear and in Phoenix on Saturday. They play the Reds and the Brewers. They play the Reds like 48 times this spring. But now on to the Browns. My favorite portion of the show.
The cope is real. The cope is real.
The what is? Well, tell me what that means. I have no idea.
The copium. It means that I think that after Todd Monken was signed, and Jim Schwartz left.
You mean the Hall of Fame coach Todd Monken?
And then, Monken started putting his coordinators into place, and even I was like, wow, like
I have never seen a staff this great. Go on.
Not that it was great, but it was that he was.
Oh, it's amazing.
Seemed to be putting it together quickly, and he had his Rolodex, and that's that's what they wanted, and and now they they're getting their defense together. They got their defensive coordinator, which is oh my god, why I'm drawing a blank on his name now. Oh my god.
Oh, Mike Rutenberg.
Thank you, Mike Rutenberg from the Atlanta Falcons.
He's amazing,
and he's getting his defense in line, and
they're just going to be dominant.
I think that at first I took a step back. I'm like, okay, give them a chance. Still going to give everyone a chance. That's just the way it's got to be.
No, I don't think they should sign Trevor Bauer.
I cannot. No,
I don't think he's ever going to pitch in the major leagues again. Unfortunately, though I think he deserves to. They don't. The Guardians don't need him.
Trevor Bauer he's a great YouTuber though.
He is. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Go on.
I think that at first, like I said, everyone took a step back. Okay, we're going to give everyone a chance, and that still stands. You got to give everyone a chance. Win or more than likely lose. But now, since everyone has taken a step back and seen what they're putting together, it's just like this collective. Do we really have to go on with, why are we getting at the Atlanta Falcons defensive coordinator? Why are we, why are we getting it?
Well, let me tell you this, genius Browns fans who always know everything about everybody else's fucking team. Okay, and I said the F word again. Guess what was the best part of the Atlanta Falcons team last year? Their defense.
Bijan Robinson.
Fuck him. He's overrated.
Oh, you know what? You can't say that you can't say it.
Doesn't show up in big games.
Unbiased.
Doesn't show up in big games.
Bijan Robinson.
Their defense was very good last year. Browns fans know everything, so of course they think they weren't because it came from the terrible NFC South, which was better than the AFC North last year. He didn't get fired. Raheem Morris didn't get fired because of his defense. He got fired because the offense didn't produce enough. And people thought that he misused Bijan Robinson. So, once again, Cleveland, who knows everything about everybody else's team, is wrong. But I don't know if this guy's going to be a good defensive coordinator. He's never been a coordinator. 16 years he's been in the NFL.
Right.
That makes you wonder, right? Who knows? Maybe I'll be sitting here next year at this time, and you can say to me, you were right. The Falcons had a good defense, and he was part of that. And the Browns have had a great defense this year too. So he's done a good job as defensive coordinator.
I mean, I'm gonna say this. The Browns have such good pieces. Obviously, you need a somewhat capable defensive coordinator, but they got such good pieces, both with Myles Garrett and Denzel Ward and Delpit. Was a good safety, and to the rookies from last year, Mason Graham and Carson Schlesinger, and I mean, the list just kind of goes on. I mean, Alex Wright kind of came out, had a coming out party. Just a very good defense, and who even knows if they're going to get back JOK? If they do, oh my God,
supposedly they're going to run the same defense.
Supposedly,
yeah.
But
it'd be stupid if they didn't.
Right,
but I know, but that's another thing Browns fans always. Well, we could do this and we could do that. Oh, let's run the 3-4 instead of the 4-3.
You're not running.
So smart. I'll never forget when a Browns fan told me a few years back. When was it Joe Wilson? Was it defensive coordinator? Was that his name? Before Schwartz.
Oh, Joe Woods.
Joe Woods. Yeah, Joe Woods. We don't need linebackers. Joe Woods' defense doesn't use linebackers. What a dumbass.
Well, you are not gonna.
Browns fans always know more than everybody else.
I wouldn't say that Browns fans know more. They know.
Well, they think they do.
They know more about losing than anyone else. So, but
that's pretty much all they know more.
But in all fairness, we have also seen every type of way to lose over the past 26, 27 years. So, but the one thing you're not gonna, if you know anything about football, you're not gonna have a player like Myles Garrett. Not one of, but the most dominant player on the defensive side of the ball in the NFL. A generation, and I'll call him a generational talent because he really is just a freak of nature. And you are not going to instill a 4-3 defense. That's the dumbest thing ever. I'm sorry.
Miles Kim is one of the greatest defensive players I've seen play.
Just call him Miles Kim.
Well, yeah. I'm going to give him her last name.
You always. You
know me. I always have to change it up. Miles Garrett Kim. We'll call him.
You know who
it is cool that he was at the Olympics, but he didn't need to see it every 5 seconds on the news.
You know who would look good in a Browns uniform? Who's a free agent now?
Tim. I don't know. Who?
Mike Evans. Oh, that hurt just a little bit, didn't it?
No, because he's not stupid. I know he would never do it because he's not stupid.
No,
Mike Evans wants to win.
Mike Evans is not going anywhere. Mike Evans is going to be that guy who plays his entire career in for one team. Because me and you just talked about that a couple weeks ago too.
I never thought Jerry Rice would play somewhere else.
That is true. Yeah. So, I mean, that's on the 49ers, but obviously you got to see what they're going to do in free agency.
I mean, the Buccaneers ownership group is a bunch of arrogant, entitled guys who grew up rich.
Yeah, but they know how to
know a lot about football, but think they know a lot about football.
But they seem to put a decent product on the field.
Well, that's because they usually let the front office do most of the thinking and work. But I think with a big money decision, do we keep him or do we let him go? They'll probably be in the mix, and especially the one. Oh my gosh, I can't remember which one he is, or what his name is. He's the fat short son, Glazer's son. That guy, I can't stand him.
Jay Glazer?
No, I forget what his name is. He's one of the Glazers. What Jay Glazer? That's the NFL insider.
I know. You said Glazer.
Let me see if I can find it. This kid, this son. What a! I watched a documentary. What a punk! Like what a loser he is. Like he just. Is that Brian? No, that's not Brian Glazer. Brian's the one who runs the team now. Kevin.
I do. While you're looking that up,
Ed. He's a little punk. And I talked to a guy who we both know, a writer, who's covered the NFL for decades. And he told me, I recently mentioned the Glazers to him. He covers the Browns, this guy. I recently mentioned the Glazers to him at a Cavs game. And he said to me, Yeah, they're assholes. I've known for years, Tim, but I didn't want to tell you. So I gotta say thanks to him.
I'm gonna give Browns fans a lot of credit right now because there's a lot of talk about Deshaun Watson playing.
Well, and they're against it. Most
I could tell you, I would say 9.8 out of every 10 Browns fan is 100% against it. They don't want to see him play for the Browns. Do
they get a pass for defending him in the first place?
I think that no, you don't get a pass for defending Deshaun Watson in the first place.
Speaking of a Deshaun Watson, what about Joey Porter? What he said about Ben Roethlisberger.
I can't get into.
I love it.
I cannot get into how I know. I will tell you off camera how I know.
Joey, you're not telling me anything I didn't know.
Ben Roethlisberger,
what a scumbag he is.
I've seen it firsthand.
I know somebody who went to school with his sister.
He always has been an absolute scumbag.
He is.
I've always said it. I've never liked Roethlisberger. And Steelers fans, you know what? I get it. He was.
They're no better than Browns fans. They're no better than Browns fans defending that son of a bitch.
No, not at all. And especially, just certain things you just can't defend. And what he was accused of and all that. And then knowing what I know and seeing what I've seen, it is what it is. He's out of the NFL. What are you going to do?
The main reason that I didn't want Tom Brady to come back for that 1 year was because I so much wanted them to go in the Hall of Fame the same year. So Tom Brady would completely overshadow that scumbag.
I don't know why we haven't said it yet, but I do want to say congratulations to the Seattle Seahawks on winning the Super Bowl.
Yeah, the Hawks.
Congrats to Sam Darnold.
Yes, how about that?
What a great Baker. You had Josh Allen, Baker Mayfield, Lamar Jackson, and Sam Darnold not only is the first one to make the Super Bowl, but win the Super Bowl.
Who would have thought it?
And I've seen so many.
I mean, I'm happy for the guy. I'm happy for Samilton.
Yeah, I've seen Samilton.
Did you ever see the New York Post? New York Post. Is it New York Post that has the famous back pages or the Daily News?
I don't know.
I think it's the Daily News. And the year he was a rookie, the Jets played the first 2 games on the road. And Monday morning, after the second road game, they were going to play at home the next week. And they had a picture of Sam Darnold as Hamilton.
Oh, okay. The play.
With like a cape pull, and it said, Samilton opens at home this week. So Tommy and I always refer to him as Samilton.
But I've seen a lot of the national media talk about how, he was just a game manager and he wasn't a good quarterback. He won the Super Bowl. I'm sorry. I don't know. Their defense was phenomenal. There is no denying that. But you need a quarterback who can go out there and win games too. And he didn't just do it for the Seattle Seahawks. He did it prior with the Minnesota Vikings. Joey, he earned the right to be there.
Those media people that are saying that shit, let's be honest.
I think they're just jealous because most of them are players who have never won a Super Bowl.
They're not jealous, Joey. They don't want to offend any New York fans. Seriously. So minimizing Sam Darnold keeps them in good stance with New York fans. I love the pain that Sam Darnold has caused New York fans. I love it.
I think that he has shown what he can truly do. I don't think he's ever going to be. I do agree. I don't think he's ever going to be a quarterback that, um, And there's very few of them.
But how do we know this though?
Well, no. What I'm saying is like,
which he's proven the last 2 years. He's pretty damn good.
Well, no, I'm saying what I'm trying to say is there's a few quarterbacks who I think have ever been in the league who elevate the players around them. Like Tom Brady. Didn't matter. Tom Brady didn't matter who his receivers were. He won. Sam Darnold isn't he's not going to elevate.
Well, hardly anybody is.
No, very few. But that's that's
what saying that other talk show hosts are in the same atmosphere as you and I.
It's not even close.
No,
not even the same universe. But the fact that you're trying to compare Sam Darnold to Tom Brady, or even if you want to go more recently, Patrick Mahomes.
It's a stupid comparison.
It's a stupid comparison. This is his first Super Bowl, and it was a great Super Bowl. Jackson Smith and Jigba was the offensive player of the year. Who threw to him? Oh, it was Sam Darnold.
We got 4 minutes left. And a few other things here.
I do one more thing I got off my chest. The next freaking NFL mock draft that I see that has Caden Proctor from Alabama going to the Browns at number 24, I'm coming after you.
Okay.
It is not happening.
All right. So we've got 4 quick things here. This one could be interesting. And I know how Browns fans love trading draft picks and stuff and getting draft picks. I saw a rumor a couple days ago. I believe it was last night, from a couple reliable sources, that Tampa Bay has given Todd Bowles an ultimatum that he has to bring in a defensive coordinator so he could focus on being head coach. And they are going after Jim Schwartz. And so they'll have to give, the Browns some draft picks. Tommy thinks a third round pick. I don't have a problem with a second and a third round pick.
I don't think you're gonna get a 2. You're not gonna get a 2 and a 3. I think a 3 is.
Hey, this is the same ownership group that traded 2 number 1s for John Gruden. But so we'll see if that develops. I don't know.
I'll gladly take a 2 and a 3, but I don't think anyone's giving up a 2 and 3 for Jim Schwartz.
And it would be interesting to see if Todd Bowles' ego allows it to happen. You know what I mean?
I like Jim Schwartz.
I just got an alert that Joe Bitonio has announced he's retiring.
Oh no.
I don't know. I mean, I'm not completely sure if this is accurate. I wouldn't be surprised if he does. The guy's had a great career, and he seems like an amazing human being. So if he is retiring, good luck to him. I saw that David Njoku, prior to last week, announced that he is a free agent and he will not re-sign with the Browns. And over the weekend, Browns safety Ronnie Hickman was injured and assaulted by 4 men in a New York hotel. And here's my question, Joey.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything good about New York?
No.
Yeah, okay. I knew that wasn't going to take too long.
I had to give it some thought for a minute, but no.
Yeah, no, there's nothing good about that place. We go over a certain amount of time on the TikTok. It makes me do a puzzle to stay on the air. But we are almost done. We got less than a minute to go, Joey. It was good to be back talking sports tonight.
It was. Hopefully,
we used the F word, 3 times, I think?
Twice. You used it twice. I was counting.
Twice, okay. I was just pissed off.
Something else that was nice is we'll be better. We'll be even better next week. So
yes, we will. Yes, we will. The Cavs will play a couple more games, and the Guardians will have played some spring training games, practice games. If I mock NFL preseason, I should mock the Major League Baseball preseason. But I think that's about it, people. And I'm Tim Shirer.
I'm Joey Schneider.
and we will see you next week.